When we talk about mushroom grow bags, we're generally talking about autoclavable polypropylene bottom gusseted filter bags. Grow bags are only necessary for substrates that are to be sterilised. Growing oysters on pasteurised straw, for example, simple lay-flat polyethylene tubing can be used, since you don't actually pasteurise the bags, just the substrate. There are also special bags on the market for pasteurised substrates, like these black brand log bags, or these posh bin bags from Unicorn. There are a few other types of bags out there, but they're not too common outside of Asia. First, we have the most well-known and my favourite brand of mushroom bags, Unicorn bags. Unicorn bags come in a variety of shapes and sizes. They have 4 different filter types, A, B, T and TV. However, TV isn't a very common filter type as it's made with Tyvek. Tyvek is made from polyethylene and can't withstand the high temperatures of classic sterilisation. Type A filters are made from laminates of polypropylene, non-woven and polypropylene membrane and are 0.5 microns in pore size. Type B filters are made from laminates of polypropylene, non-woven with PTFE and are 5 microns in pore size. Type T filters are made from laminates of polypropylene, non-woven with PTFE and at 0.2 microns in pore size. The Type TV filters are made from laminates of polyethylene, non-woven, also known as Tyvek, and are also 0.2 microns. Though under the camera the 0.5 micron filter looks the biggest, I've been assured by Unicorn that they are, in fact, 0.5 microns. The smaller filter pore size is generally used for spawn, while the larger is for substrate. However, these are interchangeable, and often it comes down to the user's preferences and requirements. If you're just starting, the Type A filters are a good benchmark for spawn and substrate. It's worth noting that filter patch pore sizes on all mushroom growing bags can change either expanding or contracting through the sterilisation cycle, which is why it's important to try different filter sizes and see which works best for you. Unicorn have 4 different categories of bottom gusseted bags: size 4, 10, 14/3 and XLS. The smallest is size 4, these are 46.5 cm by 10. Next to size 10, these are 47 by 13.5. Then you have 14/3, which are 48.3 by 20. Finally, you have the XLS. These beasts are 48.3 cm long by 24 cm wide and have the biggest physical filter patch. Some categories have variations like longer and smaller versions of the bags. For example, they have a 3TL, which is a slightly longer version of the 3T bags, which increases its capacity. Some of the smaller bags, like the 10T, have the option of pre-installed injection ports. These are around 4 times more expensive than the portless bags, so you'd be better off making your own injection patch by gluing them on, or using silicone, or just using micropore tape. I will be having a video put up of me making these very soon, so feel free to check that out. I hope I made it clear, but each category has 4 filter types to choose from, so you've got a real broad range of combination when it comes to using Unicorn products. Unicorn also sell biodegradable grow bags, pillows, oyster bags, bag clamps and tumblers, as well as tissue culture pots. The next most common are the SaCo2 bags. These are made by a company called SaCo2, who are the sister company to Mycelium in Belgium. Mycelia are a huge spawn producer in Europe and distribute worldwide. The gusseted bags that SaCo2 make are called zipper bags or micro sacs. Wahey. They differ to Unicorn depending on the bag. They have 2 to 6 filter strips that run the whole width of the bags. This allows for high and evenly distributed gas exchange. They've also been developed in such a way that the filters don't transpose much moisture, so the grain or substrate pressing up against the filter doesn't dry out. The zipper system also comes in 2 widths, S and B, one for spawn and one for substrate. The wider one is for substrate, allowing more gas exchange, S being substrate and B being spawn. I tried to find out the actual pore size through digging around, but couldn't find any information on it, though I'd imagine it's between 0.2 and 0.5 microns, since these are the most common sizes. The only information I could get was a little description in their FAQ. The S filter gives approximately 1.5 times more gas exchange against the B filter. This is why the S model is mostly used as substrate and B model for spawn. Other parameters related to gas exchange are, of course, the amount of filters per bag and the volume of the bag. They then go on to say, only thorough tests will tell which bag is the most suitable for which products and which bag gives the best result for your purpose. This backs up the interchangeable bag notion that I was going on about with the Unicorn bags. SaCo2 have 5 gusseted bag sizes, and the way you read their codes are like this. The first part is the plastic type, PP or PE being polyethylene or polypropylene, and the thickness of the plastic, measured in microns, 75 or 50. The next is bag type. B/S denotes the filter type, either spawn or substrate. E is the filter material, though it's not specified what this is. UHD is the filter location, either up the top, spread out, or down near the bottom, and 246 is the number of filter strips. Finally, a V or X denotes the presence of a gusset or not. This would make them a gusset or pillow bag, with the final number denoting the dimensions in width and height. The smallest SaCo2 bag is the PP75 SEU2 V18.7-32. This has 2 filter strips and is 32 cm long by 18.7 wide. Next is the PP75 BEH4+1 V22-49. This is the only bag with 5 filters and is 49 cm long by 22 cm wide. The PP75 SEH6/V32-49 has 6 filters and is 49 cm long by 32 cm wide. Then comes the PP75 BEH6 V37-53, which is another 6 filter bag that is 53 cm long by 37 wide. Finally is the biggest gusseted bag that SaCo2 make, PP50 SEU4 V40-51. This only has 4 filters and is 51 cm long by 40 cm wide. SaCo2 also sell polypropylene plastic boxes which have the same filters built into the lids, as well as a huge selection of pillow bags, sealers, tumblers and lid closers. The last is the Chinese bags. I call them this because they're not made by a single company, rather they're sold on eBay, AliExpress and Amazon with the same poorly photoshopped image modified in one way or another. They don't appear to have a single company claiming origin, however they are all shipped out of China, hence the Chinese bags. The bags loosely copy unicorn bags for sizing, though they don't always follow the same sizes all the time. Sometimes the stated size is different from the actual size you receive. The filter patches are seemingly all the same, both in physical dimension and pore size, which appear to be about 0.2 microns. The material they claim to use changes depending on the website you find them on. Some say polypropylene, some say polyethylene, and some say PVC, which is pretty unusual. I can only guess that this is a translation error. They are usually ordered through eBay, AliExpress or Amazon, and shipped directly from China. In my early days I used these bags quite a bit, and they did the job for the most part. However, they have a tendency to split along the heat-sealed gusseted in the fold of the bottom when full of grain or substrate, especially during mixing. For what it's worth, avoid the Chinese bags. It's frustrating putting all the effort into preparing a substrate or grain only to have the bag split. The two winners in my books are SaCo2 and Unicorn. SaCo2 are more expensive but have a high quality and a good pedigree, being the sister company of Mycelium. Unicorn are great value, great quality and have a proven track record in the mushroom cultivation world. Many of you want to know about bag capacities. I can't honestly give you accurate information. Different substrates and different grains have different volumes and densities. My only advice is to be mindful when selecting your bag size. It would be pretty annoying to have 1,000 XLS bags or 1,000 PP50 SEU4 V40-51 bags turn up, only to realise they don't fit on your shelves, in your pressure cooker or incubator. Honestly though, don't get too caught up and worried about different filter sizes in the beginning. Once you've had some time and experience with different bags, you'll find the ones you like, fits in with your sterilisation method and suits your size of fruiting chamber.